and are being viewed millions of times. A so-called passport bro is the American Floyd.
So guys, I'm currently in Thailand. This is my girlfriend.
I came to Thailand to find a traditional wife. In the U.S., women don't cook or clean, they just complain.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman. See, in the United States, women don't cook and clean. All they do is complain.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. I got one for you today. Now this one here is an article, right? Now, I'm sure you guys know all of the articles that you've seen about passport bros have been disastrous. But this one here, it seems like they got it right. All right, so now it says, passport bro trend, they're looking for traditional woman. Now, guys, that title alone, they're looking for traditional woman. This is what I like to see, right? Because everyone out there is bashing the bros, and it's probably usually it's a feminist woman, a woman with the feminist movement that's in another country, and it could be somewhere in Dutch or in Dutch language or any other language. It can be in France. You have a lot of women out there that are a part of the feminist movement that are trying to bash the bros. But this one right here, I think this article is written by a man. Let me see if there's a man here. Because the fact that it says they're looking for traditional woman right there, that's a plus, right? But I don't see who the article was written by. But hold on, what does it say? Floyd? I can't down. Okay, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good because I know who Floyd is. I don't know him personally, but I've met Floyd. This is gonna be good. So now, as you see here, they got the brothers from the video, from the all the way up video, right?
I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Passports up. That's what it's about. They're looking for just a traditional woman. I'd like to see this. This article was written on the 21st of February. And so let's see. Passport bro trend. They're looking for traditional woman. So they have initiated discussions on social media. The so-called passport bros can no longer find traditional partners in their home countries. And you guys already know what's happening. It's really horrible out there. I knew years ago.
Facts.
And a lot of guys, what happened with guys in the past, the guys that have traveled for years, take a look at guys in Thailand, guys in Brazil. There's guys that have been traveling for years because they've seen, even the guy that made the video about it, right? What's his name? Al? I forgot his full name, but he wrote a book, right? About what's happening in the States and him going over to Brazil. I forgot the guy's name off the top of my head. But for me, I realized, I said, man, I need to leave. But this is what it says here. They have initiated discussions on social media. The so-called passport bros can no longer find traditional partners in their home countries. This person who wrote this article got it right. So it says videos with the passport bros go viral. They want a traditional woman from abroad who can cook and clean. Feminists see red. They sure do. And the bad thing about it, right, is it's not the normal feminists. The feminists where I'm from, right, a part of the community, have adopted it more than even feminists in the white community, right? And they don't realize because it's taught to them at a young age. These women are corrupted. To get that bag, don't worry about a man because of their mamas, right?
They treat me like this. But if women don't need men, then why would you need a man?
So there's a big difference between need and want. Buy things that I don't want to buy for myself, definitely. And
well, why? Why don't you want to buy it for yourself?
Well, depends.
Right? Their mamas have been through that. Single mamas have happened for many years.
Just buying things but there's a difference between wanting a partner and needing a partner. And most women want a partner for various different reasons.
Like to be bought things?
But that's what
to be
yours
bought
said.
things.
But men, historically, more men have lived without women than women have lived without men.
Yeah.
Not in my world. So
yeah, but your world is not really close to reality.
And it's all a product of the environment. Like for instance, the crack era, right? Was a bunch of pookies who were raised back then who had babies. And since then, back in the 80s, that's when it started. When I was born, that's when the turmoil started. But now here we are now. So let me read the article, guys. So this one here says, the men in the videos want a relationship with classic roles. But since they can't find one in their home countries, they look elsewhere. Their travel destinations are mostly countries in Asia, which is, of course, Philippines and Thailand. That's like the top two. Thailand is kind of a little bit over the Philippines, but Philippines is where you find more marriage type, right? Usually Thailand is for fun, but they still have good women there too for marriage. And that's where guys are going. And it's been successful. If you look up the statistics in the US, right? I think Philippines is like 60% of the marriages of guys bringing them there, but guys are not trying to go there. Guys are trying to stay here because you bring them there, they're corrupted. But I do know a lot of guys that bring them here and actually want to come back. And I'm sure you guys are seeing that on my Black Filipino channel. And that's the great thing about finding a woman over here. A lot of times you bring them back. Sometimes they stay traditional. I'm not saying all the time, right? But sometimes they get over there and they don't like it. They get around these women over there and it's like, man,
I just want to go home.
I want to get out of here. I want to stack up my chips and go back to the motherland. And that's good. But still, keep them away from here. Keep them away from there. Keep them here. Because just like Eddie Murphy said, they get over there and it's, Eddie, I want half.
Give me half, Eddie. Give me half.
Right? But it's real. Eddie Murphy knew that back in 1987 when we made the comedy Raw. Of course, it was cracking since then, right? But I want half. Back in the 80s, back in the 70s. That's how long it's been happening. But that's what it says. So videos with the hashtag Passport Bros are currently going viral and are being viewed millions of times. A so-called passport bro is the American Floyd.
So guys, I'm currently in Thailand. This is my girlfriend. They're modernized. And we don't want to modernize them. We want a traditional woman. She can cook. She can clean. She's a good woman. And I truly love this girl. Give me a kiss.
I met Floyd. He's out here right now.
How you doing?
With Austin Holland about to go back to town. So Austin said, it's that bad.
Get your passports. It's that bad.
I'm done with these chicks out here, right? What's young guys gonna do with that?
Ain't nothing you can do but get your passport.
Floyd, man, you got to make more content, brother. Mr. Passport, bro, you're being pushed right now. This is actually free marketing for you, man. And you walking around with Austin right now. I need to see 50 videos from Floyd. Because I see he's walking around recording. I need to see 40, 50 videos from you, man, because they got you in German news, bro. Here's what it says. The American Floyd on YouTube. He gives men tips on how to become part of the community. Now, I'm surprised they didn't put Austin Holland here, right? That everything you see is Austin. But I guess it makes sense because he's rolling around with Floyd. I mean, Austin is the top guy, and Floyd, they're giving it to you too, man. So he gives men tips on how to become part of the community. His videos are also shared on TikTok. In a recently published video, he presents his new girlfriend.
So guys, I'm currently in Thailand. This is my girlfriend.
And this is what he said. And you guys remember this video here, right? I came to Thailand to find a traditional wife. In the U.S., women don't cook or clean. They just complain. It says Floyd. I think Floyd is older than 25. Floyd 25. But Floyd, they're saying your slogan, bro. I came to Thailand to find a traditional wife. In the U.S., women don't cook or clean. They just complain. I'm not going to say it again. Here's Floyd saying it.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman. See, in the United States, women don't cook and clean. All they do is complain.
Here goes the nonsense, right? Feminists accuse men of traveling to economically disadvantaged countries in order to exploit women there. There's talk of sex tourism and get engaged with it here and there. It may happen, but it shouldn't be a consistent thing, right? You're going to find love, right? You're not going to just be involved in that, because that's like totally against what it's about. But still, a guy's going to find a woman, especially a guy that's young, right? A guy that's in his 20s, a guy that's 22 is not trying to be married right away. And you got to give the guy some slack on that, right? Of course, I understand paying for it. I understand you say, okay, I'm going to bash guys for paying for it. But a young guy, 20 years old, 22 years old, 23 years old, even 28, he's not looking to get married right away. I mean, face the facts. And of course, these men are looking to have a good time, but is that all about? No. These women still looking for relationships. They find someone that can make their girlfriend. That's what they're going to do. I mean, I don't think we should judge young men for being young men, right? As long as it's not overboard. But this is what it says here. It says, when men travel to countries that have less money and less education. So there's talk of sex tourism. When men travel to countries that have less money and less education, it's because they want a woman who depends on them for their livelihood and resources.
Side of that is, what money? What money? Y'all don't have no money. We talking about men that's going overseas buying women for $40.
And that's not true. You want to know why? Because the same thing it says in the beginning of the article, right? And it says men are looking for traditional partners. It says men are looking for traditional partners. So if men are looking for traditional partners, and I was out in Cebu getting these interviews purposely, right? Because there were women that were, I spoke to a guy who's about to get married, right? He's going to propose to his Filipina, and she believes in traditional roles. And then one thing I asked him, and I made sure to ask that, are you?
Okay, I have a question. Does she take care of you, cook, clean for you?
Yes.
All right. Now, are you rich? Okay, jump.
Rich, right? Because it doesn't matter. Of course, he said no. Of course, she doesn't care about that, right? But where I'm from, oh, you have to make 6 figures. Every woman has this pie in the sky. And I can show some of those videos here, right? But you have to make 6 figures. And as a young man, it's funny, you can see videos out there of guys just coming out of high school. And there's women, and the young girls are picking it up. There's women 17, 18 years old saying, oh, I want a man making 6 figures or in the high fives. That's why I'm happy so many younger guys become passport bros. I'm so happy about that because they look for a traditional woman. And just like Floyd said, look for a woman that cooks and cleans. It's not about that because they do the same thing for their men. They do the same thing for their men. Are not rich. You know, there's guys here making $400 a month, and their women are traditional. Livelihood and resources. That's problematic, said a TikTok user. And I guess they don't want to expose who it is. In some videos, the critics describe the woman as vulnerable, uneducated, and needy, among other things. And of course, we know that's what's happening right now with the Philippines, Thailand, and all of the other countries clapping back. And then they try to blame the passport bros, but you can't say that about these countries, especially the Philippines, and even Thailand as well. You know, these women will strike back, and that's what's happening. But let's continue. So, needy among other things, the partners of passport bros don't want to let the allegations stand and defend themselves on social media. We already know that's happening. Dependency. So the constellation of passport bros is not new. Right? I've been doing it for 8 years before passport bro thing got popular. But anyway, let's continue. This phenomenon is also known in Austria. See, this is the thing here. This is why guys have to be on top of these things, and because passport bros have nothing to do with Austria, right? I guess they're trying to relate it to that, but no. If anything, you could say it's been being done by other passport bros that are in America, right? That have been doing it for a while, but not, don't compare it to Austria. But this is what it says: because what was initially a chance for a better life and legal residence in Austria for a woman who's moved to Austria can sometimes rapidly turn into a one-sided dependency. Well, that's going to be the way anyway. If you bring a woman to America, right, as a passport bro, of course she's going to depend on you. So it says reasons for this include a lack of language skills, financial dependency on the partner, no social network, a poorly isolated everyday life. Sometimes with children at home, and that staying in Austria depends on the marriage. The latter can also be used as leverage against her should she want to break up. No. That's the thing. Guys are not looking to use this as leverage on women, right? I mean, if a guy's looking to do that, you know, shame on you. But guys not looking to do that. at all, right? Guys are looking for happiness. Most of the guys that are passport bros leaving, I mean, think about it. It's the 57% of the men that are single and childless. I met a guy, Derek, right? 42 years old, no kids. I have a kid, but I have one. I'm not out. I wasn't out there having babies. Listen, man, I was responsible when I was younger. I played the field a lot, but I strapped up. She got it right. As long as both parties have the same ideas about what a relationship should look like. And that's what these women out here bashing the passport bros need to realize. Is that's the case. Both parties feel the same way, right? And the woman bashing us, all they did was highlight it. I'm happy it happened, actually. I'm kind of happy it happened. I'm not even mad at the woman that bashed us. Because it's like, wow, you put us in the forefront. So now all these countries, Southeast Asia, South America, they're looking going, wow, I see why these guys left. Wow. Suddenly these guys become more attractive, right? Suddenly you have some guys that are not the pick of the litter at all. Women see them and they're like, oh, this guy wants, I mean, nobody's going to be like, oh, man. No woman will be like, wow, these guys are coming for marriage and for relationships. They want us for how we are. I don't want those guys. Wow, that's so dangerous. That's how the woman painted us. Oh, they're colonizers. It made us think that we all transport bros when it's not the case. So these women are not thinking, oh, wow, these guys are coming over looking for marriage. I'm so scared of that. Or these guys coming over looking for a relationship. I'm so scared of that when in some countries, these guys, their own men are players and they bump into a lot of players. But the guys that are looking, sometimes are the ones that were played, right? They're looking for happiness. But guys, I don't know what's going on with people twisting up articles and trying to bash the passport bros. But one thing I do know, these people got it right. And there's definitely more to life than that.